on very quickly. Overview of data analysis. What are we up to? Data analysis. Look at that, those visuals. We have different charts, different colors, and all of those things. When we say data analysis, it's actually the process of transforming raw data into actionable insight through cleaning, modeling, and visualization. Do we get that, or should I go over it again? We say what? The process of transforming data into what? Actionable insight. That means what will be thrown at you, they are raw data that doesn't make sense at all. You are the one that will sit down and then put structure in place and employ the right visualization and then tell a wonderful story with your data. Do you get that? So that's what you are to do. Now, what the importance of this? The importance of a data analyst or data analysis as a process. The importance of that is that it will help business make informed decision, right? That means when to get a stock, when to start selling this, when you just help them make those decisions, understand customer behavior, and then identify trends and measure performance. Do you get that? So you can see that having to learn this is not a waste of time, is it? It is actually needed. And we are going to actually help you uncover that, help you discover and help you make sense out of all of those now. Now, type of analytics. When we say data analytics, we have different types, we have different categories, we have different things we do per time. So let me just introduce you to, now the first one we said, what's the first one we're having? Descriptive analysis. Analytics rather. That means you describe what you are having. Do you get that? That means you summarize past data to understand what happened. You are given a particular data set, you look into it, and then just tell us what happened. And another one is diagnostic analytics. What happened here? You investigate the reason behind past event. That means it answers the question, why? That first one answer the question, what happened? What? This diagnostic analytics answer the question, what? Why? Right? But then the next one actually sees into the future. Predictive analytics. Forecast future trends and outcome. I remember a project I worked on then on a learning platform that I worked Quant University. The first project we got started with was actually to predict the price of our house in a particular state. We are given data set. So it's a machine learning project where you have your features and then the target. And the target is just to predict the price of different houses with their whatever the features they are having. Do you get that? So what we're given a very large data set having different things about the house price, the location, number of bedroom, number of bedroom, number. So with that, we're able to clean and then use that data set. You know, that is something that is actually needed in what's it called, real estate industry. I should be able to go to your platform or come around your business and tell you what I want. Okay, I want a house in a particular location, and I want it to have 2-bedroom flats. I want this and that, and I want to know the money I should be looking at, working towards. Do you get that? So if you put in all those features, data science has actually upgraded to that extent that it can actually predict what you should be looking at, and it will be, if you use the correct machine learning and machine learning algorithm and do your work well, it will be on point. Do you get that? So we have predictive analytics. Also we have prescriptive analytics, cognitive analytics, and so all of those we have their details there. Then now the role of a data analyst is actually that you gather data, you clean. Now unlike, you know, when you are, for instance, one of the things we're going to do in this class is that we're going to give you a data set to work with. You clean them, but then the reality is that you don't have this data structured out there. How do I mean? For instance, currently I'm actually working with a manufacturing firm, and I am to help them with what's it called now? That's where I work, but because of my skill, because of my knowledge of data analytics, my line manager actually asked to help him get some things done. Now to get it done, he has given me the thing for some months now, and about first 2-3 months, I'm even still on the project. What I'm still doing is still gathering data. I'm still going to all those records. The record that they've kept for 3 months, I will go there, be entering it into my system. I've been entering it. Unlike when you just go to Kaggle. How many of us know Kaggle here? Where you get data set, right? Or you go to all these, they will have it, you just see different rows and columns, right? You download it and then you do your project. Very wonderful. But then the reality is that you don't have the data well structured out there. So the first thing you do is what? You gather your data. In the process of gathering this data, you also what? You have to clean them. Do you get that? You clean it. So all of those things we're going to teach you how you get that done with Power BI. Because Power BI is a tool that helps you with data cleaning, data structuring, modeling, and then we will come up with wonderful visualization with it, and also help business make informed decisions. Hope you got that. And then trusting your data. What do we mean by this? That means you don't just go ahead and start your project with whatever data that is being thrown at you. It's important that you do some checks. That is your data accuracy, and you have to check. That's when that is still incorporated into data cleaning. For instance, now something you can easily relate with. We have date. Today's date. What's today's date now? Anyone? Let me start from. What's today's date? 12. Not bad. What is today's date? Just give me Give me the okay. Probably today is 12/08/2024, or I want it to be full. 12 of what? Okay. 12. What about yourself, sir? Is it because he said 12 of August 2024? Okay. How about yourself, ma'am? What's today's date? August 12, 20. Thank you. What about you, my brother? Very good. How about you, my sister? Now we are all saying the same thing, right? But then what we just did now, you use different formats. If you put that into the system, the computer will not understand that you are still referring to the same date. It's another thing entirely. So what you do in data cleaning is that what he said, I will actually standardize my data that I want to work with 12, August, wherever it is standard you want to work with. Do you get that? And then every other one that is not in that format, you have to put it in that format. Put it in that format so that it can actually have the right standard. Do you get that? Hope you get what I just did now. So we have your data in like, okay, another thing will be when you take a measurement of something, you say 4 millimeter, which is very correct. Another person can say it is 0.4 centimeter. Is it bad? Is it wrong? Or is it 0.04? What was the conversion rate now? Another person can say it is 0.04 centimeter. Are they not saying the same thing? But they use different units. But as a data analyst, we need to have a standard that you are working with. So that is what happening. That's what happens when you are actually when we say you clean your data. Even at the end of the day, some of these thing you might have empty column. You need your whatever it is you want to do doesn't need empty column or empty row. You need to clear all of those, and so you do what? You make your data, you make sure it is accurate, reliable, and then it is effective for analysis. Over together. What have we been able to do to this point? We're able to actually tell you about data analysis, the importance of it, right? What it means. By now you should understand, you should know what data analysis means, right? That means you work with raw data, and then at the end of the day, you give us insights, right? You are starting with a raw data, and then you are giving us insights to work with, which will help nations, help organizations, right? And what you do also, we have mentioned different analytics that we are having, from descriptive to predictive analytics, right? Hope you understand them. And then we also mention having to make your data ready for use. Okay, still under that, The key takeaway here is now, let's read that together, everyone. The key takeaways. Data analysis is essential for understanding the past, predicting the future, and what? Making. Is that correct? Is that correct? Yes. The second point, different types of analytics serve specific purpose and provide. Hope you understand what we mean by different types of analytics, from predictive to descriptive. I said one answer the question, what happened, right? Another one answer the question, why did it happen, right? That's diagnostic, right? And another one tell us about the future, right? Okay, we also mentioned the fact that what data quality and trust are fundamental to successful data analysis. For you to have compelling visualization, for you to have a good machine learning, today you can easily log on to your Facebook and you see Llama, this AI that Facebook is using, or you go to Google, their AI, and then you ask the AI a question, you give your answer. Why can the guy do that? Because he has been properly trained. A lot of data science that has gone underneath that you and I were not seeing. All these things we are putting on Facebook, all this data, all these things that we are throwing at them. What they did is that they gathered it. They use it in training all these models. They use it in training it. They use it over time. So the reason why we now have a lot of this AI coming at us, from ChatGPT to different enterprises now having their own AI, is because today the reality is that we have a lot of data around us. So these people have taken a bold step of bringing them together, making sense out of it, training it, and then we're able to make use of them today. And also we said data analysts they play a critical role in bringing the gap between data and business outcomes, right? Data and business outcome. Now the data ecosystem, roles and responsibility. In the data world, what do we have there? The roles and responsibility. What's the first thing we I want every one of us to read that. The first thing we pointed out there. What do you say that? Data is what? Is a team effort. As a data personnel, you need to know to be a people person, a team player. You can't get it done by yourself. From having the domain knowledge, gathering your data, having to structure in the database, having to answer the question and giving, you need to work with people. Do you get that? You need to work with people. You need to work with people. Okay, so key roles in data. What's the first thing we have here? We have business analyst, right? Can you hope it's clear enough? What's the key roles we're having here? Business analyst. What other thing? Data analyst, data engineer, data scientist, database administrator. Some other organization or some other setting might have some other specific defined roles, but then this one are just a general view of things. Do you get that? To know what is out there in the data world. Who are those that we refer to as business analysts? There are people that understand business needs and translate them into data requirements. Today the question will be, can AI replace data analysis? Data analyst? Can it replace data scientists? Well, in as much as it's a beautiful tool, it's trying. But then, like I said, it's a beautiful tool, and it will remain like that. It's a tool. AI is just a tool. It's not to replace anyone. You are the one to know how to work with it and make sense out of it. Do you get that? So, AI can write code. It can come up with different content, but it can't solve business problem. You'll be the one to still go on board to know what does your organization need. What is the issue they are trying to solve? So until you sit down and describe that is when we can now employ the right tool to get your project done. Do you get that? So this is the work of the business analyst. You listen. That means you pay you give a listening ear to your CEO, to your COO, to your manager to know their pain points. What are they? Is it that people are actually stealing their money? Is it that they are unable to track their inventories? Is it that they don't know? For instance, manufacturing firm now, they have different products. They don't know what to produce next. So they will sit you down, tell you their problem. You need to now gather the right kind of data, and then do your analysis. So we have the data analyst. What he does is that he extracts, clean, transform data into meaningful insight through visualization and reporting. Let's do that together. And that's what we want to train you to do in these 5 days. To do what? To extract, right? Clean and transform data into meaningful insight through what? Visualization and reporting. Data engineer. What does he do? Everyone. And quality. Of course, is for instance now, Nigeria as a country, we need that man. Organizations, institutions, for instance, when you when you actually got admission into OOU, they actually got a lot of data from you. You are filling form. But then the challenge there is that all those things only remain on that paper. But then we are getting better at this stage. We now have electronic forms, right? I think they now ask you to now go and fill them on portal. That's a progress. So all those data, the work of data engineer is to put them in the right structure. I should be able to, if this guy is effective at his job, a data engineer, I should be able to go to the school portal and then just input your matric number and get all the details about you from the year you enter, you also do your biometrics, the medicals, right? All those details should be there. Although your overtime, first semester, second semester, all of those things, they will have it just structured and well organized. That's the work of data engineer. And data scientists will bring all of those data and then just develop to uncover any insight, any pattern, and predict future trends. So data scientists are the one responsible for all this AI that you are having now, all these large language models that we are having, that we now have a lot of them. You get that? They actually are the one underground doing all of those beautiful things. Also, we have database administrator, manages and optimizes database system to perform for performance and security. Let's go over that again. What are the roles in data? Business analyst, right?
Yeah.
Data analyst, data engineer, data scientist, right?
Yes.
Database administrator. Who can tell me about data analyst? What do you know? What do you understand about data analyst? Anyone? Yes. From what I just mentioned, data analyst. What's your role? Just tell me the way you understand, not necessarily what I have written there.
We analyze data.
Okay.
To predict future insights.
Thank you. But then you can just still break down that analyzed data to the fact that they capture the data, they clean it, right? And they visualize where you now get to make decision and then be able to predict things.
I have a question.
Okay.
As a data engineer and data scientist, they are all kind of looks alike. So what is the key distinction between a data engineer and a data scientist?
Okay. The distinction there, the truth is, like you pointed out, their role actually it's interconnected. You cannot have a data science project without your data engineer working well on it, having to do his job correctly. You get that? So you can see that what is coming to the table of a data scientist before you can start applying the right kind of, because data scientists will be the ones to sit down looking at the problem they are trying to solve, to know if they are using a linear regression or this for the machine learning algorithm they want to employ. We really want to sit down and try and build and train the model. Do you get that? But then, of course, data engineer will be the one to capture the data based on what is the data scientist need. Then you will clean it, because many of those times you get a lot of data being thrown at you. Then you have to streamline it, clean them. this is not needed, that is not
about the
needed.
role of the data engineer.
Is that
You're talking about the
role of data engineer? We really want to clean, to put it like the formatting I just mentioned earlier. We really want to put them in the right formatting, to structure them, and then make it clean, ready for use. So when he's done with that, he can then now what, transfer the data set to a data scientist who will now pick up the job from them. So the job are mostly that it is actually interconnected. That means they have to collaborate. But at some point, data scientist is more of like a critical, or it's more. Wow. Thank you for staying this long. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like my page, like this video, like this content, and turn on the notification bell. Thank you. Bye bye. Some other time.